What made you start this product, and how has it helped you and supported you, and how are you helping and supporting others as well?
2015, I was dealing with diabetes. I was 40 pounds overweight, dealing with chronic allergies. I was popping Zyrtec, honey, like it was Skittles, and it had stopped working. I was constipated, just low energy. I really felt like my body was failing on me. And there was something that was telling me, Jessica, if you don't get it together, you ain't gonna be here by 30, 31. And I kept going to the doctors because my knee had blew up 3 times its size. I kept going to the doctors. All they could give me was prescriptions and referrals. They didn't know what was wrong with me. Eventually, I went to a naturopathic doctor and a chiropractor. I started making my own herbal products. I started eating cleaner, and literally within 6 months, 40 pounds down. Chronic allergies disappeared. I was literally a brand new person. And once I experienced that, I had to tell everybody else about it. And they seen the results for themselves, so they wanted to know too.
Another episode of Access Granted, where I give you exclusive access to entrepreneurs that are killing it in their industry. I'm super excited about today because I have Herbal Renaissance, Jessica Divine, here with us today. How are you, and welcome to Access Granted.
Thank you for having me. Now, as an entrepreneur, I'm tired as hell. But we're going to get to the bag because that's what we got to do, baby, all right?
That's what we do. No
we'll
excuses.
Sleep when we sleep.
I love that. So I know who you are, right? But can you tell the audience a little bit about who you are, what you do, and this empire that you are building?
So I want to be something kind of like Pablo Escobar.
Love it.
But my thing is, I'm an herbalist, I'm an author, I'm a metaphysician, I'm an entrepreneur. I do so many things. So I started out with my entrepreneurship career doing health and wellness products, herbal teas and supplements, and they're medicinal. They're for healing the body. And my tagline is healing can be delicious. It was inspired by my own healing journey, and I just brought it forth to the people.
I love that. That's amazing. And I love the tagline, healing can be delicious, because sometimes when we think about, healing, we some people are like, oh, it's a journey and I'm afraid of it, and they don't really want to go through the process. Talk about what made you, if you don't mind sharing, what made you start this product, and how has it helped you and supported you, and how are you helping and supporting others as well?
Okay. So 2015, I was dealing with diabetes. I was 40 pounds overweight, dealing with chronic allergies. I'm talking about I was popping Zyrtec, honey, like it was Skittles, and it had stopped working. I was constipated, just low energy, and I really felt like my body was failing on me. And there was something that was telling me, Jessica, if you don't get it together, you ain't gonna be here by 30, 31. And I kept going to the doctors because my knee had blew up 3 times its size. I kept going to the doctors. All they could give me was prescriptions and referrals. They didn't know what was wrong with me. Eventually, I went to a naturopathic doctor and a chiropractor, and they were able to just look at my body, look at different skin tags and things, and say, hey, this is what's going on with you. You're dealing with inflammation from the food that you're eating and how you're living.
Wow.
Try this, and see if your health changes. Within 6 months of doing what they told me to do, as well as doing my own research with other doctors that's in the naturopathic community, and herbalists, and Dr. CV, and Joss Atz, and all those different naturopathic doctors that can be found on YouTube, I started making my own herbal products. I started eating cleaner, and literally within 6 months, 40 pounds down.
Let's go.
A whole brand new woman, leg gone down. Chronic allergies disappeared. I was literally a brand new person. And once I experienced that, I had to tell everybody else about it. And they seen the results for themselves, so they wanted to know too.
Wow. So you created this to help you, but it essentially is something that a lot of people need. And so now you created Herbal Renaissance, and you are going out and you're changing the world. I like to say, there are so many people that need your product, and you're supporting with your product, but it's a journey, right? But then there's a group of people that might be watching this right now, and they're like, is this real? Can I do this? Should I do this? What do you have to say to the person that might be on the fence about using natural products as a healing source, or using natural products to solve an issue or a health issue. And there are some people that are like, oh no, you should just trust what the doctor says, and you shouldn't listen to a herbalist that has the education and the skill and the results. So what do you have to say to that person?
So this is what I said.
So it's on you whenever you're ready to answer.
Damn,
Do you remember the question? So what do you have to say to the person who's like, I don't want to go down the natural healing journey. I want to trust what the doctor says. Or
okay.
All right, we're ready. We can pick up here now, team. Okay.
So what I would say to that person is, hey, it is your free will. However, when you get tired of the pills, prescriptions, and surgeries, and nothing actually working and resolving your issue, the natural side is waiting for you. But yeah, baby, we don't do too much persuasion and begging, baby. Either you want the tea or you don't, honey.
I love it. So let's talk about your journey, as in entrepreneurship and how you got started. And we know that you have the herbal tea, but what are some other things that you have done outside of being an herbalist as well?
Ooh. So I'm something like a Jamaican uncle. I've done a little bit of everything. So I'm prior Air Force. Yes. I've done project coordination jobs. I've been an aircraft electrician and environmental specialist. I've been to all type of schools with all type of degrees. I think I have an addiction. But I've been to law school, which I dropped out of. I've been to electrical engineering school, which I dropped out of. I finished business school.
Okay.
Even though I wasn't really feeling it, I finished it.
Okay.
So, and now I'm working on my metaphysical degree. But I've done so many things. The funny thing is, you know what? I forgot to tell y'all. I worked at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A was my first job. At Hampton University, Chick-fil-A was my first job.
Okay.
I worked there during the summer, actually in Atlanta's Dorf House. Yeah, because I came here for the summer while I was going to school at Hampton.
Okay.
I worked there for 1 month, and I was like, this is not for me. Chick-fil-A workers, keep your head up. They work you like a plantation. I was on my feet for 40 hours. Yes.
Wow.
So the funny thing is, every little job, when I look back on it, every little job taught me something that was necessary for entrepreneurship. Even Chick-fil-A, though they worked me like a slave, it taught me the importance of customer service and systems and having your people work as one team to deliver an excellent customer experience.
That's good.
You know, the military, it taught me about SOPs and making sure you organize things and everything has a procedure and you're following things by the book. It also taught me like hierarchy in business. There needs to be people that you report to. There needs to be checks and balances. Project coordination obviously taught me how to put projects together and how to deal with deliverables and specifications. So, and even law school, torts and how to write, because legal writing is totally different than regular writing. But I used to despise those things, like, I haven't found my purpose. No, they were actually pushing me towards my purpose, and they were teaching me things along the way that I would need to ultimately flourish in my purpose.
That's really good, because I tell people all the time, I think everyone should, so many people want to be an entrepreneur and they just jump out there to be an entrepreneur. And a lot of people fail. And I feel like that everyone should go work a job. I think it shows you, how, it makes you commit to a schedule and getting up on a certain time. It makes you figure out how to collaborate with different personalities and work together in a team. So I love that you actually said that, but you said something else that stood out. You said you did a lot of things, and you finished some and you didn't finish some. And there's probably somebody watching this, maybe a woman watching this right now, and she's like, I went to school and maybe it didn't work for me. Now I'm a mother and I feel like I can't go back to school, or maybe I'm working this job, or I worked a job for a couple months and that didn't work and I'm still trying to find my purpose. What would you say to that person that's watching this right now and they feel like they just haven't completed it, or maybe they're not in their purpose right now and they just need a little push or encouragement to keep pushing?
Okay. So this is what I would say. Wherever there's a will, there's a way. And also, we tend to want to jump to the end result, and we despise humble beginnings. My thing is, sometimes you have to deal with what's at your hands in the moment until you have the opportunity to be in a better space. So my thing is this: what do you have the power to do right now? And in that, make sure you carry an attitude of gratitude, knowing that you won't always be there.
That's good.
So many people want to just jump into something new, and it's like preparation. See, people think I'm crazy because I've done blue collar, white collar, school, military. I've done it all. But with all of those things, I moved in the proper flow. I made sure if I was going to leave a job, I left properly. I made sure I held my contracts. I made sure I held my integrity.
Love it.
I made sure I did things properly. And even though they were not for me, when I walked away from them, it was a clean slate, and it was a lesson learned, and it was gratitude for the provision and the lessons it gave me in that time and space. So my thing is, I've always had the willpower to say, I want a better life for myself. I want more opportunities. And I've simply allowed God to present those opportunities. A lot of times when we start going and looking and doing, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
That's good.
Simply know what you want in your mind and your heart, and allow God to bring those opportunities and align with them as they come. And you'll know what's right. You'll know what's right. And it may be some fear behind it, but the inner you will know this is for my bigger transformation and growth. If it's pulling you back into old habits and mindsets and ways of being in loops, then you know, no, that's just a trap. That's my old identity, my old self, my old comfort level trying to keep me there. So you will know, listen to your intuition. I tell women all the time, tap into your intuition. Don't follow other people's blueprint. Follow your intuition.
That's good.
Get silent. Get with God and listen.
That's really good. You have people that you have, not people, but you have events where you're connecting with women all the time. You had an amazing event around Thanksgiving, I believe, that I wasn't able to attend, but I seen the pictures and I was like, this is a room that I really need to be in. And I believe you have a wellness event that you just did as well. Talk about these events and why you created this room or this space, and what can women expect out of these events when they actually start attending as well.
So last November, we had our annual Friendsgiving for Herbal Renaissance, which was like inviting some of our customers, clientele, and friends and family members out just to celebrate a good year with us. Last year, we did our first 7 figures. So it was just like, congratulations. Because my thing is, people don't realize, like, I've never been celebrated. With all of the accomplishments I've gotten, as a Black woman, it's almost like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. So that was my first time ever like celebrating myself. I've never had a birthday party, any of that. So that was just getting with people. The energy was so good. The vibe was so good. And just celebrating and having gratitude for the people that support the brand and the brand supports them. Now we have the wellness retreat coming up soon. And I'm so excited about that because it's about bringing women together and really like talking about the importance of rest and restoration and balance. Because with business, it can get crazy.
Yeah, it can.
But it's like you're not going to be fully functional for life and business and just people and the people you love if you're not fully rested and your cup is not filled.
What are some things that you do as a 7-figure entrepreneur to take care of you?
I take naps.
I'm the same.
Frequently. I take about maybe 2 naps a day. I ain't gonna even lie.
You get 2 in?
I get 2.
I'm jealous.
I need my naps.
Okay.
It might just be a 30-minute nap. It might be a 4-hour nap. But the funny thing is I allow myself to rest. And sometimes I allow myself to just go walk in nature. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, and this is kind of unconventional from the average, entrepreneur, but I've realized actually the more I rest, the more I allow myself to enjoy life and pleasure, the more I allow people to show up for me and make my life easier, including my employees and my team, the more money I make.
That's good.
I made that my own affirmation, and I allow God to bring the opportunities to expand my team with trustworthy people that take care of the brand and the business. And I've allowed myself to, hey, take a nap. Hey, go outside and touch some grass. You're acting like a goon. Like,
yeah.
I've allowed myself this, and I'm telling you, it just seemed like the more I rest, the more money I make.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you went from, needing prescription medicine to, finding a product that actually worked for you, that you created and nurtured yourself, to building a 7-figure brand. How? Tell me how.
much content, a lot of content. But yes, content creation.
Okay.
I tell people, if you have a business, I don't care if it's a brick and mortar business, why are you not online? Why are you not online? You are missing out on millions of eyes on you. And people say, oh, well, I'm only getting some views. I'm only getting a few views. Honey, you got 40 views. You barely see 40 people when you're at home or when you're doing those little pop-ups. So my thing is, just like we talked about not despising humble beginnings, everybody has to start from somewhere. If you consistently keep showing up and perfecting your craft, you're going to see results. Content creation, it changed the game for me. As I allow more people to see my face, hear my voice, hear why I'm passionate about herbalism, hear what it did for me, and just allow them to see that this is something I'm truly passionate about, things explode. I remember being on TikTok, and I used to be shy.
No way.
No way. Yes. I didn't want the people to see me, because when the people see you, they're judging you. They have opinions. How she supposed to be an herbalist and she got on all the makeup with her afro, with her hairy armpits.
Wow.
I think she's a scammer. You have so many opinions and eyes on you, and it can be very intimidating. So I wanted to hide away, but one thing I had to realize is, Jessica, unless you allow people to see you and hear you and speak about your brand, baby, this is not going to grow. So I had to get beyond me, because it was truly beyond me. It wasn't about what people got to say about me. It was about me giving knowledge to the people, teaching the people something, helping them to improve their health and empower themselves. So I had to look at it like, regardless of what they say about me, I'm here to teach people. I'm here to empower people. I'm here to uplift people. So let me focus on that.
That's good. That's really good. So you would say that social media and content creation has probably been one of the leading things that has helped you grow your 7-figure empire?
Number one.
Because
I have an e-commerce brand.
Okay.
So I have my Shopify, I have a TikTok shop, and I have an Amazon store.
Oh, good.
And we got ads running crazy on Meta. I think we spend almost $25,000 on ad spend on Meta a month.
Oh.
So yes, being online, girl, I know so many people that have businesses or want to start businesses, and they refuse to get online.
So let's talk to the people that are maybe in the e-com space right now, because that's a whole world. Yeah. And there are so many people that might be watching this right now, and maybe they want to gravitate to that and they don't know what to do or where to start. What would be 3 things, if you were educating me as a new entrepreneur, what would 3 things that you would tell me to do to start my e-com business today, and actually launch it and make it profitable as well?
So this is what I would say for the average person. Build your own store and make sure you work every position in that business. I think it's so important. Yes, we can always outsource building our Shopify store and our warehouse and, ordering and social media. My thing is, unless you know what every position entails in your business, you're not ready to hand it off and delegate it to somebody else. Because people gonna play in your face. You ain't gonna know what's going on. They ain't gonna know what's going on. So even if it's only 3 months, wear those different hats, because that's where you learn how your business truly runs. When you're the janitor, the assistant, the customer service person, the social media person, this all goes back. Don't despise humble beginnings. This is teaching you. It's not going to be forever, but this is knowledge that you know. Eventually, you get to the point where you delegate this task to others. Also, allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen talking with great passion about your brand and why you do what you do. Let the people get to know you, because it's getting to the point in time where people are more buying and supporting because they like the person. People are not simply buying because this is the item. People want to know who's behind this brand. So you have to be a bit more personable. Even celebrities have to be a bit more personable. People want to see if you're a real person. They want to be able to connect with you. And if they love you, they will support and buy anything that you put out.
That's good.
Number 3, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure business, it was times where I was working 16, 17-hour shifts in my warehouse, packing orders. And burnout comes really quickly. And I had to realize I have to learn how to rest. I have to learn how to delegate out. I have to learn how to make sure I'm exercising and I'm meditating, because if I don't, this is not going to be sustainable. So make sure you always put it as a priority of, let me make sure I'm working out. Let me make sure I'm sleeping. Let me make sure I'm getting rest. The business is going to grow, especially as you're able to implement AI and your team and Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? Fiverr. You know, as you're able to implement these other things, it'll free up more of your time. But if you started early on, taking care of yourself early in your business, as the business grow, you're more than likely to keep to those habits.
That's really good. That's powerful. Yes. So we always talk about all of the good things that happen in our business, right? So I made 7 figures in my business. I celebrated making 7 figures. What are some challenges that you faced?
Well, let's see. So the funny thing is, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I don't know anybody in my family who owns a business.
Same.
So making money has been pretty easy for me because I'm very charismatic, got a lot of personality. I can sell water to a fish. However, keeping the money. With entrepreneurship, you literally can be like $200,000 in the account today, negative $2 in the account tomorrow.
Absolutely.
After them vendor payments hit and the light bill for the warehouse and all the payroll. So one thing I've been learning is money management, financial, like wealth investment, and actually holding money and building it and allowing the money to start making more money for you. You know, black folks, we get a little something. We get a little $500 in the account, honey. We don't got us a new Louis belt or something, you know? So I've had to learn, like, chill, Jessica.
Okay.
Allow your money to make more money. Get a nice little, cash flow going.
That's good.
You don't have to always spend, but also make sure that you're taking something out and you're also putting it back into the business as well. So I would say get a good financial advisor, somebody you can trust. Somebody, talk to ChatGPT. Let them get you a little financial plan. So you don't just blow all your money and have to scramble to get more money.
That's good. Do you teach? Do you help women start their e-com business, or do you teach and educate at all?
Truth is sometimes. Why people keep trying to add stuff to my plate?
But you are really good. I think you would make an amazing mentor.
So I technically offer mentor. I offer it. I was hiding it though. I don't be talking about the link because I don't be want nobody to hit me up.
Let me get Dr. Barnes on the line.
So yes. So I do mentor, I do consultations. I'm working on an ebook about mindset development and, just holding the frequency of abundance. And I have a lot of stuff. Y'all, I be tired.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, I tell people all the time, like, your one business, you can have so many different streams of income within that one business. We try to there are people who think like 7 streams of income, they got to have 7 jobs. Yeah. And it's like, take that one thing that you're doing and you can have so many ways that, you can make money. So now that you have built a 7-figure business, people want to learn from you, right? So now you go out and you do the coaching calls, you do the consultations, you have the ebooks and the courses and the webinars and different ways that you can have so many different streams of income coming in. So one of those streams could be for the Louis belt and the Louis belt and the things that you want, but then you have everything else that flows in the business. So I can just see people just gravitating to you and your personality, because your personality is amazing, your energy is amazing, and you just being able to help them like take this thing to the next level.
So the funny thing is, people, dogs, the plants, everybody, they just be all over me. They be in love with me heavy. That's why I just be like, I'm in my house taking naps. Because when I come out in public, baby, they be trying to eat me up with a spoon, honey, like I'm a pint of Haagen-Dazs or something. And it's a lot. So I tend to have to restrict access.
Understand.
Because people can get very, I got to have your job. I want to hang out. And I just have to be aware of my own energy levels.
That's good.
And I have to make sure I'm rest and I'm not over giving, because I just tend to have a tendency to do that. So yes, I do want to mentor and, do my seminars and stuff, but it definitely would have to be like, scheduled time.
Schedule time, boundaries.
Scheduled time, and maybe, a couple little breaks and stuff,
Yeah. But not outside. Because I be outside. When it comes to speaking. When it comes to speaking and mentoring and just, I'm outside. Now, if you ask me outside, like club, like, that ain't me. Yes. But outside as far as like speaking and mentoring and coaching, I'm out here.
See, I be inside. I be inside on the Zoom. Inside on the Zoom call.
That's a good place to be. That's a good place to be too.
But I'm excited about getting out and being more in the public and collaborating more and doing more public events. The business, it's like, a teenager now. Yeah. So I'm getting more hands off with it. So now I'm like, okay, Jessica, you can rest to prepare yourself to be more amongst the people and the seminars and the coaching and stuff.
That's good because you have an amazing publicist, Dr. Barnes. Shout out to Dr. Shay Barnes, Miss Media Queen on social media. But so now you are in the space where you are going out and you're being more vocal about the brand. When did you know, like in your business, that all right, it's time. Like for me to get from behind the camera, from behind the TikTok lives. When did you know that it was time for you to do more press and actually hire a publicist to come inside and help you with this?
So I'm gonna tell you, God be talking to me. God be talking to me. And even with that, there was some resistance. Because I was like, well, we already done, 100K months. Like, and God always tells me, Jessica, you can always do more. Like, the things I have for you, baby, you haven't even, you just started.
Yeah.
And you can actually take this thing as high and as big and as expansive as you want to, Jessica. So are you going to choose to play small, or are you going to get everything that's for you? Everything that your ancestors, your mama, your grandmother left on the table. Because they were just as beautiful and as talented. But they just wasn't able, or they wasn't willing. Now all of your blessings have flowed down. All of their blessings have flowed down to you. And is you going to reap your reparations or not, Jessica? And when I think about it, I say, truthfully, I want my life to be an example to other women and other men as well, that if I can do it, you can do it. So that reminds me, your success is not just about you, Jessica. If you can take this thing to $1 billion to show other people that they can do it too, why not? Let's not stop at $1 million. So when God starts speaking to me like that, I'm like, okay. Okay. I guess. Y'all better do the logistics and the lead work, God.
Right.
I prayed that. I said, God, I'm ready to see more. I'm ready to see more. I'm ready to do more. I'm ready to be out here more because I know it's more for me. And literally 3 days after that, Barnes got in contact with me. And it's been up since then.
Yeah, that's my girl. She's amazing.
Yes.
So tell me about, let's take it back to the herbal renaissance and these amazing products that you have. Tell me about these products. Like, what do they do? Who are they for? How can we get some? Let's talk about it.
So we have about 15 different teas.
Okay.
About maybe 10 different supplements now. We added a whole bunch at the end of December for like our Christmas launch. We even have our accessories. I have a divine herbalism book where it teaches people about the different herbs and like the spiritual, emotional, medicinal, edible properties of different herbs and things. So I would say that my products are for the people who truly want to connect with nature and try something natural.
Okay.
And try something that is going to not only be natural, but also be a pleasurable experience. When I talked about healing is delicious, I mean that. When I decided to create my own teas from my own like recipes, because I really got into studying herbs and tasting them, and I would like start collecting little herbs and trying them out. And I wanted to make teas that would be healing for me, but something that I would always consume. I'm not gonna drink no nasty stuff.
That's true.
Don't tell me to put some elderberries and sea moss and dirt in a cup and drink it. I'm gonna flip over the table. So I knew if I was going to stay on these supplements and these teas, they had to be delicious to me. So I created my own blends like a little chef, because I love cooking and putting things together. So I would say, if you want to try a natural healing method, And it ain't going to be gross. It's going to be something that's delicious, but also healing. And you want to give yourself a premium healing experience because everything about the brand is premium. Look at the owner. Take me in.
I don't think I've ever laughed this much on an episode. I just love you. You guys have probably seen me smile more and laugh more on this episode than any other episode. This is so good.
But honestly, I want people to feel love when they have my herbs. I want them to feel like they're a queen or a king and they're treating themselves to something nice. And this is why everything from the packaging to the premium herbs that we use that are loose leaf to how they smell and how they look and how you receive your package. I wanted everything to be like a luxury experience for them.
Oh, that's fire.
And affordable as well.
Okay.
Because healing can be delicious. If you're already hurting and sick in your body, I don't want to add extra stress on with some nasty stuff in a paper bag, you know, with a little label on it with some handwriting. Like, treat yourself like a king or a queen. Love on yourself because love is actually the most healing thing. So that's what my brand is for love. It's for love of people, for love of seeing people empowered, and a healthy body is one of the main ways you empower yourself. And also seeing the earth restored and the respect for Mother Nature restored.
That's good. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Where can we buy some?
Oh, herbalrenaissance.co. You can also go to Herbal Renaissance on TikTok, Facebook, IG, and Google. And you can also find me when you're going to find the brand, Official Jessica Divine.
All right, I love it. So tell me what's next. What's next for Herbal Renaissance? What's next for Jessica Divine? What's next?
So, and I'm happy to announce this because we just dropped it. So we just dropped 4 digital books.
Let's go.
Yes. So one is for healing your kidneys, one is for healing cancer, one is for fibroids, and one is for like autoimmune issues. So basically, it's like a holistic approach to healing your body from all these different ailments. And it talks about like what's the emotional, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, the energetic things underlying these issues. Like, people don't even know, like, when you have kidney disease, when you're dealing with any type of kidney thing, it's usually because you're not satisfied and fulfilled in life. So you carry a lot of anger, which tends to burn up the kidneys. And this can come over from diabetes. If you have diabetes, diabetes is usually a sign that you're lacking sweetness in life. So it can come from a childhood where you wasn't seen. You wasn't truly loved for who you were. So you'll want to eat things that make you feel comforted or sweet. So you want to eat like pasta. Pasta turns into sugar in the body. You want to eat like rice and gravies and ice cream and sweets. And this ends up attacking the pancreas. So it causes a physical ailment, but it comes from an emotional stimulus.
You better educate us.
So, and then once the diabetes have been chronic and you're taking medication from, now your kidneys are suffering. So you're dealing with a lack of love, a lack of sweetness. You're angry and unfulfilled because you don't feel like you have that. And it's taking a toll on your pancreas and your kidneys. So, it'd be a lot.
Wow.
It'd be a lot. Autoimmune is about like self-rejection, rejecting yourself, not living out your gifts. You know, keeping yourself in the stories of other people, what they tell you should be. When you start to self-reject, it's going to show up in your body as an autoimmune disease. It's going to show up as MS and lupus. So, yeah, girl, it goes deep.
Girl, I am like blown away right now.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So I know your wellness event is coming up, and I'm sure you're probably going to do that again. Talk us through this wellness event, and how do we know when the next one is going to be, or when we can tap into it, and how do we become a part of that as well? I'm definitely going to be there, but I know they're going to watch this. And I was like, I want to come to the wellness event. So what's next for that as well?
So the wellness event, it would be coming up this year on March 28th. Okay. It should be the same time next year. We haven't scheduled it just yet because this is the first event. However, it's going to be so many good things. We're going to have speakers. We're going to be doing some breath work, some lymphatic massages, some yoga. I'm excited about just having all the women together, the panel. We're going to have juices. We're going to have the teas. it's going to be really a full day of women being cared for and pampered, because we really need that.
That's good.
Women, we carry this world on our backs.
Yes, we do.
And I just want women to rest more and enjoy life more and have more pleasure and joy and laughter in their life.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been amazing. I want you to look at the camera and just tell people how they can connect with you, where they can find you, and how they can tap in.
Yes. So you can find me at Official Jessica Divine. Technically, you can put it into Google. Yes, you can Google me. Jessica Divine. It's going to bring up the TikTok, the IG, the YouTube, the Facebook. You can find me there, as well as Herbal Renaissance. herbalrenaissance.co, or put it in Google. It's going to come up. TikTok store, Amazon store, IG, all of that. So check me out. And it's Divine, Divine, not divine like divine shrimp. They always do that. They always put that Devine. Like, come on, man.
When I tell you this has been one of the most hilarious episodes. I love your personality. You are amazing. You are amazing. All right, you guys, this has been another amazing episode of Access Granted. I want you to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with 3 people that you love. Until next time, I'm Coach K. I'll see you soon.